You know our next guest from her iconic red carpet shows, interviewing celebrities about things like their choice of fashion. She did it alongside her mother. Hilarious, legendary Joan Rivers.
Ah, I miss that woman.
Me too.
She's still talking fashion, this time with QVC, and she's still interviewing celebrities and talking entertainment and current events on her podcast, Group
What a title.
Text. Who's head of that marketing department? Because I would like
She probably
to be
is
part of
herself.
that too. Please welcome actress and host and all-around fabulous woman, Melissa Rivers. Hi, ladies. Oh, like pink and
Hello,
cheerful.
gorgeous.
You know, it's a whole
And
thing.
I'm all neutrally.
Stop it.
I
love it.
I think
love
I have
it.
that same blouse.
You look gorgeous.
I'm super into like these knits for the summer.
They're great, right?
Super
Especially on a
into
day
them.
like today, please. You need some breathable fabrics.
Yes.
How are you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm actually gonna take a little sip of water
Take
here.
the sip.
for it.
We
It's
get it
good.
every morning right out of the East River, so you should be
Perfect.
fine.
But you know, I don't know about you guys, but allergy season is killing
All-time high
me.
right now. It is, yeah, it's
It's the pits.
taken
Yes.
a lot of us. Taking a few good men.
Yeah.
Take your sip.
Thank
We
you.
have a lot
I'm
of
good.
we
I'm
have a lot
good.
of things in common
It's just-
because
Oh, yeah.
you're the blushing bride. Second time round.
Yes, okay, let's see your ring.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
I was
not
like, what do you mean you
Melissa
don't have it on?
Rivers.
That's beautiful.
But it was. Let me see yours.
That's beautiful.
You could see hers from space.
No.
You
that's-
could see mine
Oh
from.
my God.
Come on with this
Okay,
business.
but
Wow.
now let me
Stunning.
explain to
Did you know it was coming?
I can't say.
What?
I can't. That's classified information.
Okay, fine.
But I will say, he's trained well enough to know not to make any big decisions or big purchases without going to my best friend.
That's a good man right there.
Smart.
And she is tough as nails. And she basically was like, this is what you're doing, this is what you're getting, this is what it's gonna look like. She found 3 stones and brought them to her house, and he came over and she goes, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. And he goes, well, I guess I'm getting that one. She said, yes.
Perfect.
Done. Like, she made it so easy. Like,
Yeah.
she made it that he couldn't screw
Who
it
is
up.
this friend? I need one of them.
Yes.
Everybody needs one of them.
Rule
Shout out to
number
this friend.
one. Yeah, rule
Yeah.
number one. Get the bestie who's like, you're thinking of proposing? Come here.
Oh,
Let's have a convo
But
first.
he was trained that anytime he wanted to buy me
Something big.
something big, but his version of big and my version of big are very
Very
different.
different.
But we're working on that. So he knows to go to her. Excuse me, my allergies are just suddenly killing
If
me.
you need to sneeze, can we get our guest a tissue, perhaps? Listen, I'm also very verklempt. My fiance is learning too. Big decisions. I don't
He's
like
good.
to. I
He's
don't like
good,
to be
though.
surprised.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
and-
good at acting surprised.
Now, what are you doing differently this time around? Because I believe you said once you're
I
never
said I
getting
would
married
never get
again.
married again.
So what changed? Was it just the man of your dreams just swooped
Well,
in?
I
and-
wouldn't say at a certain point in your life, someone's not the man of your dreams. You find the right person.
Okay.
You find he's very traditional, and it is very important to him, much more than me.
Oh, sounds
I feel like we're
someone I
marrying
know.
the same person. It was the same thing. My fiance was he had never been married before.
Oh, well.
And it was, I didn't say I would never get married.
Oh, I
and
did.
I said,
Clearly.
I said, meh.
Yeah.
You're indifferent.
I was indifferent.
Actually, I asked you once. You're like, oh no, we haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
If he wants to, sure.
But
see,
it was
it's his-
important to him.
You're right. It's his second marriage also.
Okay.
And did you have a big first wedding?
Honey child, we're going to get into it. I had a humongous first wedding,
Yes.
except Joan Rivers did not pay for my wedding.
Well, she's not paying for this next one either.
Right.
Which is a big shocker when you start looking and you're like, and
It
I'm the one
costs.
who's like hoarding like the budget, and he's like the blushing bride. That's what we joke about.
Literally
This
the
is
same
Landon.
Yeah.
This is
thing.
literally Dr.
But I
Landon.
have a theory. What I'm doing on this one, my answer to almost everything, to everybody, is not my problem. I'm not interested. And if you can't effing figure it out on your own, don't come.
Don't come. Right.
Because we're adults.
You mean for the guests? Here is
Yeah,
a tissue.
thank you.
Should you get more?
You know, I
verklempt?
get questions
Yeah.
like, "Well, how am I going to get from the airport in a
Big-
car?"
Call
Oh my
an
God.
Uber.
Oh God, this is the stuff that I never want to have to do.
But it's unbelievable, and you'll notice this with your second also. I I don't understand how people have managed to travel all over the world without my assistance. It has become, well, what do I do if I'm not skiing? Go on a website, Google Jackson Hole
Right.
things to do.
Right.
Like, you are not my problem. And we're keeping it super basic. We're doing an après-ski, a party at one point during the party. We'll stand up, have a little ceremony, and then basically a grab-and-go breakfast on Sunday. Come, have a
Wow.
coffee, a muffin, go to the airport, I'm done with you.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Hi.
Exactly. I suggest that.
I like that.
She just planned your wedding.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the relationship you had with your mother. It was, everybody adored it.
Yes.
Her, you individually, but as a duo, it was just something to be admired. And now you're reintroducing her kind of to the younger generation
Yes.
via YouTube. Here for it. Love this.
Yes. So I have a YouTube channel, and we had a funny little show way ahead of its time
Loved it.
called In Bed with Joan.
Amazing.
Loved it.
Which was just my mother in my house, in the guest room, on her bed, interviewing people. And we had people sort of up and comers.
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman. We had like Nick Kroll before he
Yep.
was Nick Kroll. We had Bianca Del Rio before it was Bianca Del Rio. Like all these amazing people. And see, look, we're all crammed in the corner.
It's fantastic.
And we had this big stupid sign, and people would have to stand in the closet for their entrance and then pop out of the closet. And it started as a joke, but we are now, because it's the birthday month, her birthday was June 8th, we are starting to re-release In Bed with Joan.
Amazing.
And it's such a cult thing.
Yeah.
And people love it, and we're so excited to bring it back and introduce kind of this irreverence to a whole nother generation.
We need it.
Yeah.
They need it.
Yeah.
Your entire face is beaming right now talking about that and talking about your mom. How often do you think about her?
Well, everyone always says to me, do you hear her voice? And I'm like, unfortunately, all the frickin' time.
Same.
Yeah, it's like,
Don't we all?
but is yours critical?
Kind of.
Yeah, constantly. And I just cut my hair off on Monday, and I cut
Looks great.
bangs.
Yes.
Thank you. And she hated when I had bangs. So all I woke up the other day and I heard was, really? Bangs again? You know? Because it's just like, they are who they are. And it was like, don't you feel like she's supporting you in this? I'm like, she's too busy telling me to put on, you know, lipstick.
A little
my
rouge.
gosh.
A little,
Wear a color that doesn't wash you out.
a little lip gloss wouldn't hurt.
Of this.
I'm glad that you hear the same thing.
It's funny, and we were just talking about her. This reminded me. I forgot about this last week with one of another one of our colleagues who works here, and she said, you know, I will never forget when I met Joan. She complimented me on something that I was wearing, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. I got like a positive
I could die in
feedback
peace.
from her. And then she said, that blouse is so great. If they have it in other colors, you should buy it. And I was like, did you do that? She said, of course I did. Joan Rivers told me to.
Yeah. So, but she would be like, really? Beige and black?
Could you be any more basic?
Could I be, no, and I'm saying pink and yellow. She would be so pleased, and she would be looking on TV and saying, see how much better that looks?
Oh, God.
You know, I think it's still like my sudden rebellion somehow. But not really. I don't know. I'm just into super minimalistic things right now to make
Perfect.
my life
Well, it's on
less
trend.
complicated.
Yes.
Because everything's kind of upside down in a good way.
Like your podcast,
Oh, my
group
God.
text.
My
Please.
podcast.
Where did the
Fantastic.
name come from? It's fantastic.
Because it started as I have a lot of different groups of friends, and we're always talking about different things. So I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to sort of let people in on all that? And it has morphed into basically what I would be talking to celebrities, but asking questions that are not run the mill. I'm very fortunate because I've been on both sides.
Right. Right.
So I can have conversations with people that other people can't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Perfect.
So-
Real quick before we go, tell us about your ambassadorship for QVC.
QVC is doing a very special program because they know who they should be reaching out to, called Q50. And it's a group of women, everybody from Martha Stewart and Billie Jean King
Wow.
to me, to women who are over 50 influencers. And the idea is all these very powerful, strong women called the Q50 just talking about that your life doesn't end at 50.
In 2 months, can I join the club?
I can give you your early card today. But it's
It's like
great.
the AARP.
Yeah.
It's the Q50
But
card.
and it's great because you know, we had this big summit.
Yeah.
And okay, let's be honest, I stalked Billie Jean King, and I kind of did stalk Donna Kelsey, but
Rightfully
that's
so.
a separate segment
As you
because I
should.
think security's still waiting for me outside.
And that's that on that.
This, we just scratched the surface.
Really?
Please come back. Congratulations
Absolutely.
on all the things.
Thank you.
Oh,